We got a problem.
This is a very exciting time of the year for basketball fans. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and the NBA draft is just under 2 months away. You're either hoping for your team to advance in the playoffs or looking at mock drafts to see what prospect your team could be adding this offseason. Most NBA scouts look at this draft class as top heavy, and there are already high expectations for the top 5 prospects. There's a good chance you could have at least 5 prospects in this draft to make an all-star appearance in their careers. But there is one guy that separates himself from the pack. Sometimes a franchise player can come out of nowhere, like Steph Curry at pick number 7 in 2009, or Giannis at pick number 15 in 2013. But there are those prospects that you know, as soon as you see them play in high school, you know they're the real deal. The guys that are just different, the ones that are special. I believe that guy is Oklahoma State guard Cade Cunningham. He is the real deal. And game by game, he kept on getting better and better. Cunningham is built like a forward, but he has a skill set of a point guard on the next level. He could change the whole dynamic of your franchise. No matter how bad your team has been, a player like Cunningham can change the outlook of a struggling franchise. He is a can't-miss prospect, no doubt about it. Versatility is the name of the game in the NBA right now. The more things you can do, the better. Measuring in at 6'8", 225 pounds with a 7'2" wingspan, he has all the physical tools to make an immediate impact as soon as he set foot on the NBA court. He is in complete control whenever he's out there on the court. He can go left, he can go right, he can score from the outside, the mid-range, and at the rim. Without supreme quickness, speed, and leaping ability, Cunningham has to rely on his footwork, IQ, and size to be able to still produce at an elite level. He knows how to use his strength and size driving to the lane to finish through and around contact. He takes advantage of mismatches in the low post, and he's confident from the three-point line and from the mid-range area. Cunningham shot 40% from the three-point line in his freshman year at Oklahoma State. It seems he can get to wherever spot he wants to go, when he wants to go. He can be your floor general, and he can be your go-to scorer. It's so impressive the amount of poise and awareness he has at just 19 years old. Cunningham takes what the defense gives him. He's a pick-and-roll maestro, and he knows when to hold the defense and make a pinpoint pass to an open teammate. The way that Cunningham carries himself, you would think he's been playing pro for about a decade. The comparisons to NBA superstar Luka Doncic is legit. They have similar size, similar skill sets, and they both play like they're 2 steps ahead of everybody on the court. Neither one is super quick or super athletic. Both play at their own pace, and it's very rare that they get sped up. Their step backs look the same. Their inside play looks the same. And they both want the ball in their hands when the game is on the line, and they can deliver. As a matter of fact, Cunningham was absolutely the best clutch player in all of college basketball this past season. He scored 106 points in clutch situations, and no other player scored more than 63 points. That's quite impressive for any player, especially a 19-year-old freshman. Cunningham had a 40-point game against a rival in the Oklahoma Sooners, and he led the way as they also defeated the eventual national champions, the Baylor Bears, in the Big 12 tournament semifinals, where he had 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. He makes the players around him better, and he brought national attention to the Oklahoma City basketball program, and they are now looked at as a team on the rise going forward. Any team should be happy if they end up with a top 5 pick this year. But getting the number 1 pick could absolutely change your franchise. The lottery system changed a few years ago, and that change could lead to a lot of surprises at the top of the draft. But regardless of what you have on your roster, Cade Cunningham is the #1 pick. You make way for a guy like this. Either you find a way to make it work with the current roster, or you make a trade. Simple as that. There's no drafting for position when you have a guy like this. The Portland Trail Blazers made that mistake in 1984 and in 2007. Cade Cunningham is from Arlington, Texas, and there's a chance he could play for a franchise in his home state, in the Houston Rockets, a team where their former franchise player basically forced his way out. And the season from that point forward went downhill. After James Harden was traded, the Houston Rockets became somewhat irrelevant. But that can change with the luck of the ping pong balls on June 22nd. Or there's a chance he could start his professional career in the same area where he played his college ball at, with the Oklahoma City Thunder, a franchise that had got lucky in 3 straight drafts from 2007 to 2009. They drafted 3 prospects in a 3-year span that would eventually end up winning the league MVP. All of those future first-round picks that OKC has won't matter if you can't get a transcendent prospect that you can build around and compete for an NBA championship. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do it right now for future NBA content.